What's going on YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions video, and the day has finally come. Tomorrow we will be seeing our good friends from Final Fantasy Tactics hit our game, Ramza, Gafgarian, and Orlandu. In this video I'm going over all the news and everything you need to know, so let's get into it. The wait is over for a lot of you guys out there, and maybe a little bit too soon for your Vizior because you haven't got to save up enough. Final Fantasy Tactics will be coming tomorrow after maintenance, bringing us a Gafgarian as a free unit, Ramza and Orlandu as UR units, and then we also get a nice vision card, which is what I've been wanting to get this entire time on the collaboration, period. So we're going to go over all this news, and hopefully it helps you guys with deciding or just getting hyped up like I am, and we're going to have a lot of fun this coming Wednesday. So first thing we want to talk about is the collaboration exclusive pack. This is just something that's going on. I don't know what the price tag is going to be. I'm hoping it's nothing over like, you know, 70, but I'm sure it's going to be $80 because that's how much. I think it's like $79.99 is the big Vizior pack. But you get the 5,000 paid Vizior, and then you also get Rainbow Fragments of Thought, which a lot of us still need ×2, and then the Rainbow Vision Sphere ×5. So that's going to be up to you if you want to go in there and grab this up as a paid player, because that's what it's going to be for. I think myself, I will be picking it up because I do need all the things that are in this Vizior with those other aspects to awaken my units and stuff like that. And once those red deals dry up, so it's the 5,000 plus the 5,000 on your Vizior, you really do need to get something. So this is going to be more for the people that have already spent a lot of money in the game and are looking to spend a little bit more, in my opinion. Moving on next, we do have Job Crystal Vision card available in the special shop. This is also looks like it's going to be a paid, because you get paid Vizior, a paid thing. I think this one more is a skip for a lot of people out there. I don't know how much it's going to be. I wish they just put the prices in here, but I guess, you know, it's going to be different varying on your where you're going to be able to get it. But you guys are going to get 490 paid Vizior. Then you're going to get a Job Crystal Vision card, which is very, it seems pretty like unique. You're going to get plus 20% AP acquisition, and then that's for the unit, and then the party gets 50% JP acquisition, so it's 50% more to your JP gaining. Now I had a whole discussion about this in my stream about, hey, how do I farm JP, and you know, I need to get it fast and stuff like that. And overall, guys, you will get enough JP by putting your units in the barracks and farming the game. You have to farm so much in this game that JP will be an afterthought. The only time you don't want it to be an afterthought is when they have awesome events like JP ×2 or you know, the JP reward quest. You want to make sure you do this daily when it's out, which is great. It's coming back because that is a nice bolster to your JP amounts that you may need. So overall, I don't think that most people will be getting this. I don't know what the price tag is going to be on. If it's like $10 or something, sure, pick it up. It'd be nice to have, I guess. Probably actually maybe $5, but it really depends on how much that's going to be. And going to be up to you and yourself, and you know what's worth it to you. Moving on, they're going to talk about this, and we know how many we need of these books, and I'll be making a video on that. I know I went away for a little bit. I'm back. The secret book reward quest. So you guys are going to be able to get some clearing milestone achievements, which is great for everyone. And then you can go in here and farm some of these awakening books you need for your equipment. And you need a lot of them if you want to make your equipment the best that it can be. So it's going to be interesting to see like how like the drop rates are. And hopefully you can get it for all of them. And maybe you can kind of pick what you're going after, because I really need gun ones right now for my Frederica's weapon. So it'd be nice. We'll have to wait and see, but excited to get my hands on these books besides just having to wait for the grind of the arena coins to come through. So we're already up to 3 million downloads, and they're already having us have a 3 million downloads kind of celebration as we just had the 2 million one, which is fantastic. Because it just means more free stuff for us. So 3 million download login bonus. It's going to be 2,500 Vizior. That's the biggest thing you're going to get from this. And from what I understand, though, in JP, this 2,500 Vizior login bonus is a normal thing. Like this, we should expect this to be happening quite often. So I'm kind of excited to go in and like, you know, just every time I see this, I'm just excited because I need more Vizior. We all need more Vizior, so that's something. And that's going to be helpful to you guys when it comes to the event, right? Because I think it runs during the event. So you should be able to get this Vizior for buying shards or hopefully summoning for Ramza or Orlandu. And then we get the 3 million downloads featured summon, which this is just going to be a featured banner, kind of like the one we have with Engelbert and Frederica, but instead you're going to have Eileen and Shiza. And I don't think this is a very good banner to summon on. I'm not saying that these characters aren't useful or there's some way to use them. They're just not the toppest of tiers, and there's so much stuff going on right now for you to summon on or save for. It's just not the, you know, where I'd go with it. But if you already have Eileen or Shiza and you're looking to beef them up, what's cool about this is they will show, their shards will show up a little bit more in the shop. that has their own special shop where you can buy their shards, you know, kind of like, again, just like we had with Engelbert and Frederica, it's going to be the same here. We get another 3 millions download shop, so the millions download shop is what I mean by that, but this one's the 3 million one, which means we're getting some more of that nice stuff that we need in the game. Again, I'd buy almost everything up for Gil, because in this game, you could just farm Gil on the weekends, and then you have to kind of decide if you are a spender, if the paid Vizier packs are worth it to you. And then we have a commemorative quest, which I love these. And I see a rainbow fragment there. I don't know what's going to happen with this. It's probably like achievements, or if it is a chance to get rainbow vision spheres and rainbow fragments of thought, I am going to be doing this every day. I mean, I know it's kind of like them giving us daily logins through like making us run a quest, but it always just feels so good to hit that auto button and go in and do it. That's the way it feels for me. Like, I just love doing it. And then we get more of this normal summon stuff, which is fine with. I love that. I hope it's there forever. And that's the 3 million download stuff, guys. So keep going. Hopefully we get to 4 million and get some more free stuff there. Moving on to the tactics, commemorative shops and summons. So this is going to go over like the summon banners and what you can expect in a shop, because this event is going to be similar to the FF14 one, where there's going to be a currency you're going to grind for, and then you're going to pick it up in the shop for you guys to get, you know, cool rewards and things like that to have. So, moving on down, we do have that. Let's go all the way down, because it talks about, for some reason it lists them, and then it lists them in like the picture form. So I was actually super pumped about this when I read it, because I was like, we get another free summon. Yes. Like, I was like, where's our 3 million download free summon or whatever? This is a free summon every day, 10-time pull for 10 days, and Ramza and Orlandu are included in the summoning pool. So this is absolutely incredible. Like, I am so pumped about this. I need so much stuff, including spheres. Hopefully I can get an Esper finally, like one of the top tier Espers in the game. My Esper game is looking a little bit bad. I'm very excited about that, but here are what the banners you guys are going to be able to summon on. So you're going to have your Orlandu banner, which will have Orlandu and the new Ramza UR vision card, which is one of the best ones in the game, if not the best one in the game. It's very, very strong. And then, so that's obviously this is the summoning pool you would use if you wanted to go for Orlandu. Scrolling on down, next up we have they just talk about when you summon for Orlandu, you get the vision medals or the summoning coins medals, and you can trade them in at the King Mog shop for cool stuff. We know that by now. Then there's another one that is for Ramza. So if you want to go for Ramza, they split the banners up, which I think is cool. I mean, it just means that you're more likely to get the one that you're summoning for, you know, with the raid ups and stuff like that. And then that card being there is outstanding. I can't wait to go for it and hopefully get it, because it's so great. We'll talk about what it does in a minute. They're going to have the daily purchase. It's going to be 60 plus once a day. So it's back to the 60 plus, guys. As long as that image, it stays the same. It is only 60 plus, which is the way it was back when the game started. So you're going to be able to buy that $1 energy pack and get these Ramza shards. So we'll discuss it in a minute, but Ramza is going to be the easier character to get, you know, shards for and max out than Orlandu. And you can already see why. Like, they start doing things like this where it's a little bit easier to get a hold of his shards and the character itself altogether. So if you look here, the UR unit Ramza will be available in the Ramza unit pack. So I'm going to assume this Ramza unit pack is going to be the same as the packs. If we go back here real quick and we go to the shop, the same as these packs that we have here, because the way they talk about them, it does seem just like it is. Sorry about this, guys. We go back here. I think it's going to be like these release starter packs where it's like 80 bucks. You get the unit and then you get all of the like training materials to like, you know, max them out a little bit and maybe get a little bit of Vizier. It's going to be something like that is what it feels like to me, because if we go back and read the description, it kind of lines up with that. Let's see, we're right here. Scroll back down to Ramza. So essentially, you don't even have to summon for Ramza if you don't want to. You could just go buy him in this Ramza unit pack, right? Like, if you don't care somehow about the vision card and you just want to get Ramza, or you summon for the vision card and you don't get Ramza and you want him, you get a lot of his shards, you see that you can pick him up in the game, you can just buy him. So it kind of takes some RNG out of the factor here if you just want to go for my boy Ramza. And it says you will also obtain rare items such as Rainbow Vision Spheres and Rainbow Fragments of Thoughts in that pack. So we'll have to wait and see what the pack costs. You know, then you have to decide for yourself, is it worth it to get this limited time unit? Because you still have to invest in their shards, and remember, that's something you'll have to do. They talk about event medals. So again, this is going to be similar to the currency you got for Final Fantasy 14, where we got to go in and grind, but hopefully this event the energy to event currency ratio is a bit easier, so we can, you know, get ahead of the curve instead of just always being behind it, feeling like, you know, it just felt awful in my opinion the way it was for Final Fantasy 14. So hopefully it's a bit better here. So we're gonna be able to go in and farm and get all kinds of good stuff, including shards for Gafgarian and Ramza. They also talk about that you can get the job enhancing materials for Fell Knight, which is going to be Gafgarian's main job, Squire, which is going to be Ramza's, and then Sword Saint, which is going to be Orlandu's. So you're going to be able to go in there and farm a lot of great stuff again. So you need to pay attention to that and be doing that there. They talk about how they're going to have the, and it seems like almost every big banner they're going to have this, where the paid Visior 2K, you get a 10 pull, and one of them is guaranteed unit or vision card. You can select between the two if you'd like. Just tons of stuff for us to be going into and doing. And then they talk about like the quest. So essentially we're going to have a quest. I think it'll be similar to Etra's, where we'll be able to go in. Well, I wouldn't say similar to Etra's, but you know, it's kind of the same concept, because you can get Gafgarian from the quest because he's a free unit and he's actually pretty good. And then you can farm his unit shards. Like, see, it says clear the quest and earn Gafgarian unit shards, but you also get the FFT event medals. So you're going to be able to farm for that King Mog too. So they go hand in hand. It's going to be like a nice little event to be running. They talk about, oh, good old big boy, fluffy shoulders man himself. Look how fluffy his shoulders are. They're amazing. And then you can exchange for the medals in the shop, like I said. So we'll have to look over the shop and see what's important. Most of all, if you see rainbow spheres or rainbow fragments of thoughts, got to pick those up first and then move on from there, because they start becoming a problem. So now, let's get into the nitty-gritty, guys. We're not going to review these units entirely. That's going to be a video that's coming out tomorrow morning for you guys, right before the banner drops. But we'll go over them slightly. We'll give it a little taste, okay? So Ramza is going to be a kind of can go both magic or attack. Really good at buffing your party. So while Ramza, you know, can do the damage, won't be doing as much damage as, say, somebody like Orlandu or Frederica, in my opinion, but has the nice ability of buffing up your team, has some nice perks of being able to chain well, is a light element unit, so there are a lot of light element units out there. It's not like there's a, you know, not a big abundance of them, but, you know, he's pretty dang good. He's actually really good for a lot of the reasons, and we'll go over that in the unit review. But here in a minute, I want to talk about, after I give a brief description on these units, I want to talk about your pulling strategy and how your mindset should be when going into this. So next up, we have Orlandu, and that's what everybody wants anyway. He is a damage dealer to the teeth. He has the ability to drain HP and give it to himself. He has a move that breaks defense, and he does damage in. He is ranged for the most part with some melee. So, like, it's kind of weird because he has slash range. So if you hate the shuriken meta, where people are like, on the other side of the map, shuriken you and Stern kills you, well, Orlando's going to be, you know, somewhat similar to that, where he walks in and just, like, starts annihilating you from a couple of squares away. Like, he's really, really powerful. Again, with the self-sustain, it's great. Has some breaking capabilities. The unit is just awesome. And, you know, once people start picking it up, you know, slashing and lightning chaining is going to be a big thing there for a while. Maybe not so much in like the raids, because the raids are going to be elemental dependent. So if the raid is, let's say, dark, you want to use a bunch of light units, or if it's, you know what I mean? So you want to use the opposite of what is good against it. But Orlandu is just a fantastic unit, and a lot of people are just going to go for him no matter what. And then we have Gafgarian, which is like the dark budget Orlandu is what a lot of people call him. He's got some great abilities as well. One of the top MRs that come out that are free. Like, you just need to even pay, like, I wouldn't say paid, but the summoning MRs, he's still really, really strong. So I wouldn't sleep on Gafgarian. It's not that you have to go in and, you know, awaken him all the way and invest all your job tokens into him. But I would definitely pick up all of his shards, because remember, you can get all of his shards and LB him out to max from the event. And then if you have the rainbow fragments of thought, you have the dark element awakening stuff, you can get his TMR, and he's just a great unit to have in your back pocket anyway. Now, this is the thing we haven't talked about. I will be reviewing this card because there's not much to say about it by just looking at it, okay? This card right here is outstanding. It's one of the best vision cards in the game, and it is limited, so you have to get your hands on it before it leaves. It is bestowed effect, meaning that the effect it gives the person that has it on, slash attack up. So not only is it first off, right off the bat, it is giving an amazing ability that a lot of people want to use for Orlandu would want to use. Anybody that has slash attacks right there with the bestowed effect. But the party ability is really what else is outstanding. It's the agility up. So everybody on your squad is getting agility up, and we all know what agility does. It makes you take your turns first, makes you take your turn faster. A great card. Like just overall, absolutely insane. I have to get my hands on it. Now people ask me, you know, are you going to keep pulling until you get shards and then you shards and level it up? No, I just want to get my hands on it once. If I can get my hands on it once, level it up to whatever max it is, I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to be going too crazy over that. I just want to have it in my back pocket. So let's talk about summoning strategies. This is a limited time banner, right? If you don't get these units within the time they're here or get their shards up when the time they're here, you won't be able to do it again until they return. You cannot go into the hard mode and farm their shards. They will have their master ability quest. Don't get confused. You know, once you get to level 40, they'll have a quest where you can go and unlock like a master ability, but you will not be able to farm their shards in the you know, the hard mode. And we have seen in the JP version, they have brought tactics back, and they have plans to bring Ramza and Orlandu somehow back as well to get your hands on them. So it's not like once they're here, they're gone forever, kind of thing, but it will be a long time before you can, you know, start trying to buff them up or anything like that. So overall, you want to day one summon for these guys. In my opinion, if you're going for Orlandu, first day, you need to go get Orlandu, summon what you can. People say, now these are just estimates, that you'll need like 30k to summon for him. You know, that's about what people think is about the amount that you'll need. You know, good luck, bad luck, somewhere in there you'll fall and get Orlandu with that. Now again, none of this is guaranteed, right? Like Ramza, like we can just go buy Ramza. You can't just go buy Orlandu. So you guys know how gotchas work. Like you could summon forever and never get him, or you could do your first summon and get him. So that's just an estimate. To get the shards needed to max him out, you'll need about 30,000 as well, Visior. So again, that's maxing him out. That's getting him LB'd all the way out, ready to go, or Ramza the same way. Ramza's a little bit easier because of the different avenues they give us for getting his shards. But you'll need that. And the reason is every day, and the reason I say you need to summon the first day is you guys are going to be refreshing your shop every single day that you are here for the event. So you come in, you summon the first day. So tomorrow you're going to summon Orlandu, you're going to come into the shop, you're going to look for Orlandu shards, and you're going to buy whatever you want. If you don't like it, you're going to hit update, and you're going to hit update for free, and you're going to click update. And you're going to do that, and then it's going to cost 10, and then it's going to cost 50, and if you want, you can do the 100 one, but at least go up to the 50 Visior every day looking for Orlandu shards in here. On top of that, or Ramza, or you know, any limited unit in the future. On top of that, you need to always be up to date, in my opinion, on this auto update down here. Do not miss it. I made a joke on my stream. I don't care who's talking to you, your mom, your grandma, your grandpa. You tell them to shut up. You check the shop for your Orlandu shards. You only have a limited time. I think it's 3 weeks for him to be in there for you to get a hold of. So you need to make sure you're staying on top of it and refreshing the shop, guys. It's very, very important. Now, you don't have to get him to max LB. You don't have to get him to LB4, but LB4 unlocks the TMR ability slot. And you don't have to get the unit. I think you have to get the unit to LB3 at least, because LB3 is once you hit that mark, you can unlock all the abilities on the ability board for your limited time unit. But at least do what I'm telling you guys. That is the general strategy, and why people say, you know, 30k for summoning, 30k for shards. And I know a lot of you guys, there's not enough time in the game for you to be there, but I'm hoping you guys summon earlier. You know what I mean? And again, it's 30k on shards if you want to max LBM. If you don't want to max LBM, you want to stick with 3 and you're fine with that, it's going to be less. And hopefully you guys get a little bit lucky on the summons and you don't end up getting a little bit screwed or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how to put this. I'm very excited for this, but also very scared for a lot of people. Because like I said earlier in the video, this is a make or break moment for a lot of people. This unit right here, this guy right here. He's ridiculous. He's strong. He's what they've been saving for, you know what I mean? They haven't been spending their Visior, and if they don't get him and be able to max him out, it's going to be a problem. So I hope to God you guys listen to what I'm saying when it comes to these shards, and you're able to go in and get them. And then, again, Ramza is going to be easier unit to get, and he's very, very strong as well, so you kind of can pick between the two, but I know a lot of you guys are going to be going for Orlandu. So look forward to my review on these 3 units, including Gafgarion, tomorrow morning. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed my news video, and you're super pumped. I will be streaming. Oh, I wanted to give what I'm going to be pulling. So I'm going for just the card. However, if I end up pulling up a Ramza or somehow get a lot of Ramza shards, I have been talked into going for Ramza a little bit. I know Orlandu's the slasher attacker I needed in my life, but I made the decision long ago to let him go. He's going to be a little bit tougher on the Visior when it comes to his shards, because Ramza, there are different ways to get them, like that login bonus. There should be a new bingo board, from what I understand, the challenge board, what they call them bingo boards. where you can get Ramza shards as well. We'll have to see how they do it in global, but you know what I mean? He's going to be a little bit easier on my Vizior wallet, so I think I may go for him. But there will be pools period because we're doing Vizior, and they will be Wednesday night when this releases this update at 7 p.m. EST. I'd love to have you guys all there, have a lot of fun. Can't wait to hear about your pools. And I'm excited to see where my Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Visions adventure takes me. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're going for Ramza or Orlandu, the Vision card, not doing anything. Let me know how you feel about this collaboration. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. Follow me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Claic Yuzolt, where I'll be doing the streaming the pools for this banner. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.